Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm listening to an artist that one of you recommended to me a long time ago. I remember all too well because you were repeatedly recommending her to me in the comments on my videos. Listen to Jody Watley, listen to Jody Watley, listen to Jody Watley, and you were always in the back of my head. I didn't forget about you, and today is the perfect time to finally listen to Jody Watley. Your wish is my command. I'm just sorry that it's taken this long to grant your wish, so I do apologize. Until the moment you commented on my videos to listen to her, I had actually never heard of her before. Jody Vanessa Watley is an American singer-songwriter, record producer, and artist whose music crosses genres including pop, R&B, jazz, dance, and electronic soul. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, she was a member of the R&B funk band Shalamar, who scored many hits, notably in the UK. In 1988, she won the Grammy Award for Best New Solo Artist. In December of 2016, Billboard magazine ranked her as the 21st most successful dance artist of all time. And then 2 years later, in August of 2018, Billboard magazine ranked Jody Watley as one of the top female artists of all time at number 53. And in March of 2021, Jody Watley was named the first ambassador of the National Museum of African American Music. So this will be a true first listen video because not only will I be hearing this album for the first time, but I will be hearing Jody Watley, the artist, for the first time. In today's video, I will be checking out her self-titled debut album from 1987. I am looking at the track listing for the album. There are 9 songs for a total of 39 minutes. So let's dive right into it with track 1, Looking for a New Love.
Hasta, vista, baby. You know that you meant the world to me. I'm looking for a new love, baby. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking for a new love, a new love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How does it feel? Now you like the rest. Hasta, vista, baby.
That was track 1, Looking for a New Love. Well, this was quite hot. I loved the overall production of this track. I was definitely getting, dare I say it, you know what I'm gonna say. Should I say it? I mean, it's almost impossible to not hear the similarities between this particular song and, of course, Janet Jackson. This was great though. It's a classic sounding 80s R&B dance track. Gave you love, you did me wrong, didn't know what to do, but baby, I'm strong, gonna get over you, a new boy, I'm gonna choose, you'll see. My love was true, still you threw it all away. Now other guys will have me, they'll appreciate my love, tell me how does it feel? You know that I needed you, you know that you meant the world to me, you know I had to have you. Now I'm gonna find somebody new, I'm looking for a love. I'm looking for a new love, baby. It's a tale as old as R&B music itself. A girl wasn't appreciated by her man, and now she is off to find a new love, a man who will love her properly. Hasta la vista, baby. Now, Looking for a New Love was selected as the lead single from the album. The song did spend 3 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard R&B chart. One of the song's key phrases became a popular saying, "Hasta vista, baby." It wound up on answering machines. It was used by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 1991 film Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Oh, so was that all because of Jody Watley? This was great. I enjoyed myself. So let's move on to track 2, Still a Thrill.
You know it's funny as I watch days turn into years. You can only try to keep it new. Later around midnight, when you're holding me near, still a thrill. When you hold me, thrill. Like the ocean, just to get the things you do. Just to get the things you do. How can it be when we make love? Still a thrill in loving me. Thrill, still a thrill. I'm going home now. Where are my keys?
That was track 2, Still a Thrill, and this was a funky little R&B dance track. Of course, we hear the now iconic 80s synths and the overall production. I mean, this is classic sounding 80s dance pop. I also liked her voice on this track. She was using, I guess, her deeper register. You know, it's funny how time flies. As I watch days turn into years, you never know if it'll last forever. You can only try to keep it new. Late around midnight when you're holding me near, it feels so good to me. Feel like crying loves tears. It's still a thrill when you hold me. Your passion moves me like the ocean. It runs so deep. I'm walking in the mile for you just to get the things you do. This was another solid track on the album. Like I said, these are great sounding 80s R&B synth pop tracks. I'm not crazy about them. They aren't really songs I would listen to all the time, but I'm still having a good time hearing them for the first time. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 3, Some Kind of Lover.
I never knew what I was missing. I can't explain it. How you made me open up. Hate to think of ever losing you. Some kind of lover. Turn me out. You're some kind of lover. Oh, so real. Hold me and tell me that you love me. We'll light a candle as a symbol of our love. I wish these moments could go on and on and on. Some kind of lover. Turn me on, turn me out. Oh, so some kind of lover. Oh, so you're some kind of lover. Turn me out. You're some kind of lover.
That was track 3, Some Kind of Lover, another solid track on the album where I enjoyed the overall instrumental. I did like the saxophone on this track. It does kind of sound like something Madonna maybe would have released. I was definitely getting Madonna vibes from this track. I never knew what I was missing. Love with no passion in the kissing. I can't explain it. how you made me open up and you showed me things I never thought I'd do. I'd hate to think of ever losing you, cause there is no one that makes me feel the way you do. You're some kind of lover. Turn me on, turn me out. I did enjoy listening to this song, but I will say, it's a solid sounding 80s R&B pop song, but for me anyway, it didn't really resonate with me enough to want to listen to again. For me anyway, it wasn't extremely memorable. Now, Some Kind of Lover was selected as the 4th single from the album, and I did forget to mention that Still a Thrill, the prior track, was selected as the 2nd single. But let's move on to track 4, For the Girls. That was track 4, For the Girls. And this cardigan I'm wearing, it's kind of itching my skin. I'm moving around a lot, I'm dancing, so it's just scratching my skin. It's very uncomfortable, so I just have to take it off. This was another fun little song on the album. Lyrically, I think For the Girls might be one of my favorite songs on the album. Getting ready to do the town, my baby, so will be coming around. A long week has come to the end. No time to hate, I'm with my friends. So wine me and dine me, treat me like a lady, yeah. It's time to forget the boys, it's for the girls. A night on the town with the girls, forget the boys, the boyfriends, the husbands, and it's just the girls. We're gonna have some fun. I mean, I have to be honest. I have to. I don't want to sit here and be like, I had such a great time listening to this song. I did, but at the same time, it just didn't really resonate with me. It's definitely not a song I would listen to again. I thought it was just okay. I am finding that though I am enjoying the production on these tracks, I also like her voice. She really does have a presence in these songs. When it comes to the memorability and the hooks, there really aren't a lot of those. But let's move on to track 5, Love Injection.
I've been watching you, watching all the girls go crazy over you. Give me what I want and I'll do just what you want. And baby, you got something I can use. I need a love injection, a bit of your affection. Love injection, won't you give it to me? Boy, don't make me wait, why must you keep me hanging on? 'Cause baby, I'm so hot, and you've got something I can really use. A bit of your affection, love injection, won't you give it to me? Oh, come on, give me the satisfaction that I like. I need a love injection tonight. Won't you give it to me? A love injection to cure my infection. I need a love injection, a bit of your affection. Won't you give it to me? A love injection. Won't you give it to me?
That was track 5, Love Injection, and I think this might be one of my favorite tracks on the album. It's definitely a bit more edgy, and I like the lyrics too. Give me what I want, I'll do just what you want me to do. Well, 'cause tonight I'm hot, and baby, you got something I can use. I need a love injection, a bit of your affection. Love injection, won't you give it to me? Aw, this wasn't released as a single, unfortunately. I don't know, I quite liked it. But let's move on to track 6, Don't You Want Me?
When I first laid my eyes upon you, I was so deep you set me melting. But then you seemed to change your mind. Is the game you're playing hard to get? Won't you tell me? Want me? Don't you want me to kiss and love all through the night? I'd like to know more than just your name. And let me know just where you're coming from. Is that a look of yes or is it no? Oh, want me? Don't you want me? Don't you want me like I want you? Oh, yeah. Don't you want me? Want me? Don't you want me? And to hold you tight. Don't you want me? Love all through the night. Or just commitment seem to bring you down. Oh, want me? Don't you want me to kiss and love all through the night? Oh, yeah.
That was track 6, Don't You Want Me? I sure do. I want this song, dear God. Okay, so I think maybe I'm overreacting, I don't know, but this is one of my favorite tracks on the album so far. I really like the chorus of this track, the melody, and I thought it was quite hot. When I first laid my eyes upon you, I knew right then and there you were the one. Eyes so deep you sent me melting, and then you smiled as though to say, oh yeah. But then you seemed to change your mind. You looked away like you were oh so shy. Is the game you're playing hard to get? Won't you tell me? Want me? Don't you want me to touch you and to hold you tight? Don't you want me like I want you to kiss and love all through the night? So she isn't sure about the signals that this guy is sending her. Does he want her? Is he scared of commitment? Is he just shy? What is he trying to tell me? Yes, this was selected as the 3rd single. Hallelujah. I would love to hear a remix of this track. Now, this was actually a big hit for Jody Watley. It hit number 6 on the US Billboard Hot 100. It hit number 1 on the US Dance Club Songs, and I can see why. Don't You Want Me was one of the biggest crossover singles of 1987. The single was also popular in nightclubs, reaching the top spot on the Billboard Dance chart, like I said. Love it, love it, love it. But let's move on to track 7, Do It to the Beat.
You wanna dance with me? As I move my body, work my way across the floor. It feels so right. And take a trip with me. Do it to the beat. Shake it up and shake it right. But do it to the beat. Really people here. It's like the sun on this flashing light. As our bodies moving tight. And take a trip with me. Do it to the beat. Shake it up and shake it right. But do it to the beat tonight. But do it to the beat. Do it to the beat now. Come on and dance to the beat. Yeah, yeah.
That was track 7, Do It to the Beat, and you really can't get more 80s than this track. It's a classic, traditional sounding 80s dance track. It's feel good, it gets you to dance, and I really don't have a lot to say about it. You want to dance with me? I really did feel like I was in a nightclub during the 1980s, a hot, sweaty, I guess, gay nightclub. When I think of gay nightclubs from the 80s, I think of just a bunch of guys with like mustaches and their shirts off. I mean, I see that all the time whenever I watch documentaries, and there's a part of the documentary that touches on nightclubs, gay nightclubs from the 80s. It's always guys with their shirts off. Just, it's like a brothel of just, the dance floor is just filled with skin. That's all you see. Just skin, skin, skin. Shirtless guys, mustaches, leather. As I move my body with my way across the floor, I feel the pulse of the music. It's a feeling I can't explain. It feels so right as our bodies moving tight. Just let your mind go free and take a trip with me. Do it to the beat tonight. Shake it up and shake it right. But do it to the beat. Do it to the beat now. So many people here, it's like a sauna with flashing lights. You got your arms wrapped around me. This is another very hot song. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 8, Most of All.
Most of all, made a promise that you never desert me. Lift me up, then you left me standing alone. My friends all say to forget you. Why do I hurt so? No one wins when their love is lost. How could you let me down? I needed you most of all. Something happens deep inside when our eyes meet. You don't miss my love, but no one wins when their love is lost. I needed you most of all. Maybe we can find the path. It's not too late. Save the love we had. Don't try to say you're happy without me. No one wins when the love is lost. You turned your back on me. I needed you most of all. No one wins when love takes a fall. How could you let me down?
That was track 8, Most of All. Another song on the album that I quite enjoyed. Just like many of the other songs on the album, I like the overall production on this track. It's also, I mean, that chorus is quite catchy. I like this track. You made a promise that you never desert me, so where are you now? You built me up, then you left me standing all alone, lost in the crowd. My friends all say to forget you. I should, but why do I hurt so? No one wins when love takes a fall. How could you let me down? I needed you most of all. Maybe we can find the path. It's not too late to save the love. Save the love we had. Aww. Definitely one of the more, it's one of the more emotional songs on the album. Now, Most of All was selected as the 5th and final single from the album. The music video for Most of All was directed by David Fincher. What? David Fincher is my favorite movie director of all time. Most of All was produced by Patrick Leonard and was co-written by Gardner Cole, both of whom have been involved with Madonna's 1986 album True Blue. But we have made it to the end of the album, track 9, Learn to Say No. Now this is Jody Watley with none other than George Michael. Say That was track 9, Learn to Say No with George Michael, the one and only. I always get so excited when George Michael's featured on a song. I get wet. Let's be real, it's George Michael, and this was no exception. I mean, hearing his voice, I don't even know what that was. What was I doing? I don't know. That's what George Michael does to me. How do you have a song on an album with George Michael and not release it as a single? It's George Michael. It's supposed to be one of the biggest songs on the album. I mean, I did like the song. I wasn't crazy about it. I would listen to it again, though. You're too strong for me, baby. You've got to learn to say no. Something's wrong with me, baby. I've got to learn to say no. Love me do, tell me true, alibis, little white lies, gimme that. Ain't nobody gonna win this one, baby. Something called pleasure keeps on calling my name. This is such a George Michael song. I'm just a slave to your heart. So that was all 9 tracks of Jody Watley's self-titled debut album from 1987. And this is a great sounding 80s R&B dance synth pop album. I mean, you really can't get more 80s than this album. I really did like the overall production of quite a few of these songs, if not all of them. There were, of course, times where some of these songs were reminding me of Janet Jackson and Madonna. The lyrics are very straightforward. They're very traditional sounding dance pop R&B lyrics. So the storytelling and songwriting on this album isn't really anything to write home about. But let's be real, this isn't an album you listen to for the lyrics. You listen to it for the beats, the production, the melodies. You want to dance and have a good time. I also liked Jody's voice. She really does have a great presence in these songs. I guess my only negative about the album is how there are quite a few songs on this album that aren't the most memorable. They kind of lack a distinct hook and melody. So overall, I wasn't completely blown away by this album, but it sure did satisfy my 80s R&B synth pop cavity, I guess. So what did you guys think of this album and what are your impressions of it? And also thank you once again for recommending Jody to me. I never heard of her up until your recommendation of her, so thank you for giving me a new artist to discover. So thanks for watching, guys. You can find me on Twitter and you can find me on Instagram. You can message me and say, hey, how are you? And I will see you next time. Take care.